Memories with Meg. Meg! I am blatantly still sick. This one's fresh off the memory train, happened like a week ago. I was out with one of my friends, it was getting kinda late and we were both getting hungry for dinner. It was just the two of us and we weren't particularly picky, we weren't feeling like we wanted to go anywhere specific, we were in the mood for kind of an adventure. Playing around on the internet, we found this website called wherethefshouldieat.com and we were laughing and playing around on it. It kept going, you know, like you should eat here, and we had never been to a lot of the places, but none of them really tickled our fancy, so we decided to just kind of get in the car, drive around, and we would just go wherever the wind took us. We ended up in one of the cities kind of nearby where we lived, and we were driving down Main Street, and all of a sudden there was construction in front of us. The construction forced us to turn left onto a road, and as we're on the road, it's just this random street, we see one of the restaurants that the website had suggested to us over on our right side. Now, the restaurant is called Hot Pot and Dumplings. I'm not a connoisseur of Chinese food. I actually did not eat Chinese food until I was in high school. Seriously, the first time I had Chinese food, I was a junior in high school. And even then, the Chinese food that I ate was Panda Express. So authentic. So we see the restaurant over on our right side and my friend freaks out. He's like, pull over now, we're gonna eat there. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. We walk inside this restaurant. It is the most authentic thing I have ever seen. My friend and I are the only white people. I don't even think they had forks. So we walk in and this really sweet old Asian man comes over and starts like pantomiming things to us. He's going like, table 2? We're like, yeah, just, there's two of us, like, we'll sit down and whatever. There's not menus. All there is like a heater on the table, like a buffet in the back, and like this dude who doesn't speak English who's gonna be our waiter. And we're just sitting there like, alright! So we sit down, the guy comes over, he goes, you want chicken soup, spicy soup, or hot soup? My friend and I just kind of look at each other like, okay, we're getting soup. Spicy. So the dude comes back and he brings out this like pot and he puts it on the heater that's on our table and it just starts, you know, boiling. And I guess that's the whole point of the hot pot. Imagine that. And then our lovely elderly Asian waiter continues pantomiming things to us. He's like pointing to the buffet in the back and he's showing like, you get the food from the back, you put it in the hot pot and you boil it. And you make, like, soup, you can make, like, whatever you want, basically, and that's how you cook your food. Like, that's the entire point of the restaurant, is that you make a hot pot, cook whatever you want, and, like, that is what you eat. This is completely foreign to me. I don't know how many of you, like, actually experience this. I've never had anything like this before. So we go to the back, we're grabbing like everything we can. There's like 20 different kinds of noodles. I ate something that was called like lotus petals. It was delicious. I don't know what it was. Anything we can find, we're just like dumping it on our plate and taking it up and putting it in the hot pot. Like, I don't know, it's probably gonna be fine. I mean, we're taking stuff back to our table and just kind of like sliding it in, watching it splash like this is magic. Just make sure it boils all the way through and it'll be delicious. And it really was really, really good. Like, the food, all you have to do is you put it in this spicy broth that they make you boil it all out, you make soup, and we ended up making a lot of chicken and noodles. Which, I mean, classic, delicious Chinese food, chicken and noodles. But it was all very, very good, and this experience was all very, very interesting. I used chopsticks the entire time. And, you know, eventually another white kid came into the restaurant and started speaking Mandarin to the owner. Nah, kid, it wasn't that bad. It was actually a lot of fun, and at the end of the night, we got all our food done, it was very, very filling, it was very, very good, and we went to go pay. And I mean, I guess we looked like we were easy to take advantage of, it's true, because we don't know what they're saying, we didn't know what we came here to expect, like there were no menus, there were no prices on the menus or anything. So we get up to go pay, and we go find like our waiter dude, and we're like, hey, we're all done, it was super good, you know, thank you, can we get our bill now? And he kinda like looks at us, and he goes, oh, you pay $15 plus tip. And like I know the other people that had just left the restaurant had left with like $5 on the table. Like it is not that expensive. This dude is clearly taking advantage of us because we don't know what's going on. In the end, we decided not to fight it. It was just kind of like, okay, you know what? Here you go. It was great. It was a great experience. Whatever. So in the end, we got a really overpriced meal where I ate something called potato noodles and lotus petals. Not bad. The moral of this story is when you go on an adventure to eat dinner, get the prices beforehand, or maybe speak the language, or accept your fate, 'cause you're gonna get screwed. Who gets all the references on my shirt, huh? Huh? Yeah.